5 ways to really reduce your waste and live a low buy, no buy for 2025. Matcha to start. Come to your no buy, low buy 2025 because this year I'm committed to a low buy, no buy, reducing waste, declutter in my space, and not submit to overconsumption / over consumerism that is going on like crazy. We want to save our money, get better health, have more space in our life, and actually enjoy each item as it goes rather than hoarding, buying, collecting more and more. If you have watched any of my previous video, you would know that I do not buy, or I have started not buying anything new at all since 2024, and I think that was sort of a subconscious mindset. But this year I'm actually being really active with that idea because I really want to declutter, reducing the amount of items in my home. And also I think generally it is a lot better these days to buy than not buy because of social media, influencer culture. You are easily influenced because the products are really good and new trends just popping out like every other minute. But I think that if we can be a little bit more considerate towards the thing that we are about to buy or acquire, we can make a lot of difference in our life, but not missing out on any of the things that we're trying to live or do as per our normal daily life. One of the really easy way to not buy or low buy before you actually do it is you have to have an idea of what do you have, what do you need, what do you want, and draw the line. I think it's really important to draw that line and have a good view of what you have versus what you don't as a start to really consider and make sure that you have a list of things that you would buy, need to buy, not buy, and categorize items as per your personal needs. We're not trying to deprive ourselves of the items, we're trying to reduce waste and have more space, hence buy less. Reducing and removing / cutting it out completely out of your life, I think is unfair to ourselves because when you put anything on a deprivations, I would say it would create an opposite effect rather than the positive notions that we're trying to achieve. So say for example, for your skincare routine or for your body care routine, you know that you want to have a minimum of 3 steps equal to 3 products. If you want to be experimental or if you want to try out new products, you are willing to go for an additional 2 products, for example, and you can put that 2 additional products in the same categories or new categories as an addition. But that is entirely up to you, and only yourself can know that what is good and what is enough. But also set some discipline around what and how many you would have as an addition to stop yourself from buying a lot more than you actually need. The second thing you can do is to make sure that the items that you have bought, you actually enjoy using and you're committed to use all of it. If it's actually a product that you don't really enjoy using, try give it away or give it to somebody or donate or gift it. Try give it to someone like your friends, your family, your sister, your brother, and see if they can help you consume that instead. You know, unless you ask, a lot of people actually don't know that they need that certain product or item. For example, body lotions. That is not a must on everyone's routine, but it is a really nice thing to have. And some people just don't even bother to think about it or start doing it because that is not a part of their life. Now, I'm not trying to say you influence them to be consumed more or worse, but that is also an act of help to help you reducing the amount of items and product that you're actually not using in your house and your personal space, but also sort of a way to introduce a new thing to your friends and family's life. A lot of the time they actually don't mind adding another products, and maybe that will help you form a new healthy habit. So make sure that you consume and finish all of the products you have in your house to start reducing the pile of products that you have. Speaking of gifting friends and family, I think it's really important that you also let your loved one know that you are participating in a new lifestyle where you are buying less or having less items. So when they gifting you for Christmas, for your birthday, for whatever reason it is, it doesn't have to be an item. Like, it can be something on your wish list, like I completely get it, but if you really want to lessen the amount of products that are coming into your life, maybe you can ask them for something intangible, like a subscriptions or like an audiobook, or something that actually have multiple time of reuse. Like, say, instead of a hard copy book, it will be a Kindle. And these days, gifting friends and family dining vouchers, spa vouchers, ticket egg vouchers, travel experience vouchers, I think that's really common, and it's equally as meaningful or fun. So you don't have to worry that when it comes to gifting time, you would have nothing to give them. Think twice before buying. Now, this is very easy to say, but a lot harder to do. And I would say that from countless of time, me standing in front of a shopping window, standing in front of a very delicious sales, and have to say no or walk away from it, it's a very difficult thing to do. But know that you can do it. You can absolutely do it, because there is countless sales these days, especially given the economy. Retailer are throwing out heaps and heaps of sales. There will be some sales that are better than other, but I can tell you, working from a retailer before, is that there are endless amount of sales happening in a year, and you just gotta be a little bit patient. There will be a point you feel like, oh my god, I did not get that on a sale, I feel like I'm missing out. But don't worry or don't fret over that fact, because the sale will definitely come back. It's either coming back from the same sort of retailer or brand or shops, or it will come back from one of the major retail moments throughout the year. Now, normally it falls into, in Australia, there will be end financial year sales, there will be Black Friday and Boxing Day sale. But again, any retailer, if they stock products, they would have sales. I'm not talking about luxury brand and designer, that's because that is a completely different world. That sale is not even a thing. But anything sort of normal for ordinary life, there will be a sale. So don't feel like you have to get it just because they're putting it on discount. I think to really empower yourself before clicking buy on any item, to really think whether you actually need, or is it an influencer or somebody influencing you and telling you that you need this item. Now, a lot of the time, I would just say the body lotions, for example. Body lotion is not a must in everyone's life. It's not a step you have to do. A lot of people have sensory dysfunctions or disorder that they can't handle the feeling after, but it is somewhat good for your body. Not like, say, if it's sunscreen. It will be on a higher-ish level to actually have sun protections, off cancers and everything. But if your skin is pretty moist on a daily basis and that you don't really need to vigorously moisturize every day, then you will certainly survive without body lotions, right? Really think about before anyone on the internet tell you that you need this item for this X reason, X factors, X problem that you have. Really think about whether you actually have that problem, that need, that thing that's missing out of your life. Think about whether it's actually exponentially be beneficial for your life or make you feel, 5 times, 10 times better, or it's just something that you should be incorporating just because the product is here, it is so good and you should not miss out on it. One thing I found really helpful as well is that with everyday normal mass-produced items, you can always leave and have a really good think about it before you come back and buy it again, because everything is quite accessible these days. I would say that if you are, at a market in the middle of Europe, you are on a traveling trip and you see this very cute item that you really want to buy, I would say yes, buy it, because it's a once a lifetime experience that you possibly wouldn't be able to get it again. It's handmade, it's specially crafted, all that kind of jazz. But for anything that's mass produced, comes from a big brand, big corporations, really think twice before you actually click purchase, because it's not running anywhere. It's not running away, it's gonna be back, there's gonna be a better version that comes out, there's gonna be alternatives. Don't feel like this is the last day on earth that you have to get the item today, because that will quickly make sure that you say yes to buying everything. regardless of whether you actually need it or not, or whether it will be a good thing coming into your life. Now, there's other factors of sometimes you just want to own it, and I completely get that. The feeling of owning the actual item is also unmatched. But again, if you are considering, I'm gonna buy less, consume less, not keep accumulating things over the months and the year, that mentality will not be relevant to the way that you will be living now. So a shift in mindset that definitely needs to change. That will be a shift in mindset that I recommend you changing, because you can own everything and anything you find that comes across your screen every single day, but whether at the end of the day you actually wanting to own that and buy that and do that, again, it comes down to whether you want it or not. But we are living a little bit different now. If you are joining this new movement and that have this mindset shift, I think that slowly in practice, I'm not saying you should be able to do it tomorrow overnight. It would definitely take a lot of time. Familiarize yourself with the new feeling of saying no to buying things. And I get that it's really hard at the first time, because I still want to buy that new cute top, I still want to buy that new piece of jewelry, and I want to own them. But slowly I'll realize that I live fine or better without accumulating things item, because they don't end up being wasteful, they don't become just sitting around in the corner collecting dust, and eventually that also makes me feel a lot better. And I still have other items that I can use and waiting to be used, so maybe it's a next year things or a next month thing that I will buy that item rather than today. And slowly repeating that same thought cycle, you will buy less, and hopefully that's what you actually want to achieve. So that are my few thoughts about no buy, low buy and consumptions. That's my thoughts on low buy, no buy, and what I've been doing and practicing to really join that type of lifestyle. Let me know, what have you been doing, what have you been practicing, and have it worked for you or not worked for you? We can share and put it down in the comments below. Let me know how your low buy, no buy go, if you are participating in this new lifestyle habit. And that's it for today. Love ya.